Hello, you guys. So I'm going to be just going over what the little features are in the slides presentation and what will be expected of you from all of your teachers. Okay, so this is the first slide. As you can see up here, it says Part 1, Chapters 1 through 5. So that's just letting you know what chapters you should be reading for this slides presentation. Alright, let's go down to slide 2. So if you look over here, you'll see that it has like the number. This is essentially your page number for the slides. In case you don't want to look here, it's also here. It says at the very beginning on this title, it says pre-reading. So this lets you know what, or when, I should say, you should be doing this. It says pre-reading, so that means you have to do it prior to reading your part 1. So then over here, you would just start the video and read the question. You would be reading the question and then answering the question right here. So see how I just kind of clicked in and then I can answer here. Okay, down below it says points. So this is how many points you can get for answering this question, and only your teachers will be messing with this, so you guys are not to touch it or delete it. This is where you'll get your points. Alright, so now moving into our icons. So it says right here to click to on the icons to read and listen. So if I click here on this audio icon, it'll pull up YouTube, which is where the audiobook is located for you guys. It's also uploaded by various parts, and it's kind of uploaded here by various parts too. So you just click on that part and you can read it. Listen to it. Then if you click on this book icon, it pulls up the PDF for part 1. Okay? So when you click on the book icon, it pulls up part 1. Oh, wait, there is one little feature. Sorry, you guys. There's one little feature that I wanted to show you, that it's pretty important. So anytime we're citing any of our quotes or anything, you'll notice that the PDF version of our download does not contain any page numbers, which is very unfortunate. So what we'll be doing for page number citations is we will be utilizing the page number on the PDF. So it says page 15. Okay, so that's what we'll be using to cite this page. Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully. If it doesn't, you guys can always ask questions a little bit later. There'll be spots that you guys can ask questions, and if you guys are really confused, you can always do something in Google Hangouts or ask your teacher when you guys are doing your little meeting sessions. Down below here it says the length of time, so this is how long it would take in order to listen to all the audio. For part 1, if you are planning on doing the audio route, make sure that you pull up the PDF and have that side by side, just so that way when they say something, it's easy for you guys to cite it, and you know what the page number is to cite it and where it's located. There's another question here, and you are going to answer in here, just like I showed you before. Alright, so this one is all about textual evidence, and as you can see here, it's located in pages 15 through 16, so that's the location. So this is what the activity is asking you to do. So it says write an evidence sentence. It needs to include a transition plus a lead-in, quote, and citation. That describes each photo. So you're going to be writing a textual evidence for this photo. However, this one is your example, so it shows right here exactly what's expected out of you. Then here's the next one. So this is the next activity. It's asking for the exact same thing. Somewhere in the book it mentions the journey, and it says right here that it's in pages 15 through 16. So that's where you'll be looking. Also, the point box is right here. So it's going to be the exact same activity for this one, and this one, and this one, okay? Then coming over to this one is where it's actually asking for another question. So this is the question box. Right here, oops, sorry. Right here is where you'll be writing your answer. So you're going to write your answer in right here. And as you can see, this question is worth 2 points. So you want to really make sure that you're answering it well. Alright, so now this one, it says that it's for pages 16 through 23. Okay, so like I said, this is where your location is at. We have some pictures from that chapter, and then it's asking for you guys to read the book and not the whole book, sorry. Read the chapter and kind of find good descriptions of each family member. And you're going to be writing evidence sentences for each of the family members on the next slide. So we'll be going to the next slide, which is slide 11. And then here we have an example. And then you guys will be going over here, writing in the character's name by just, selecting all and then typing. And then you're going to write your evidence sentence here. So you're going to be doing that for each one of the characters. And because of that, it's worth 5 points. Okay, so then for this one, towards the end of the chapter, it actually shows you again where the location is. It starts talking about eugenics. So you're going to read that little portion, then you're going to come over here, watch this video, and then you'll be easily able to answer this question. So there's the question, and then you're going to answer in here. And this one's worth 2 points. Okay, so then here's another one. It's asking for the importance of a quote. So you're going to look through chapter 2 for a special quote that's talking about the significance of chapter 2. You're going to write in the answer right here, just like we have been doing, and the points are right there. All right, now moving into chapter 3. So this one says, by the end of chapter 3, the community of Torrance has changed their perception of Louis. Find textual evidence to show this change. Okay, so you're going to be reading chapter 3. You're going to look for that textual evidence, and you're going to put your answer right here. What you guys will notice is that chapter 1 was a lot meatier, so it had a lot more to unpack, and that's why there was a lot more questions. As we move forward, each chapter might have 1, maybe 2 questions, and that'll continue through the rest of the book. You might even get 1 or 2 that have a part that has maybe 1 or 2 questions that's being asked, just because it's a lot in that one chapter, okay, or that one part. So keep that in mind. If you guys felt like chapter 1 just had so much, don't worry too much, okay? The next chapters moving forward will have a lot less as far as what's expected out of you. So this one is a brain break. So it has Angelina Jolie, who is the director of the movie Unbroken, and it has Louis himself, and they're going to just be talking and reminiscing. So that's what happens in this video if you want to watch it. Okay, so this is a little recap on claims or statements, and you're just being asked to kind of read over it and make sure that you understand it. And then over here, it says right here, first off, which quote would you use to support our claim? So this over here, you guys, is our claim. This is the claim we're making, okay? Just so you don't get confused. This is the claim we're making. And you have to highlight the quote that you feel really supports that claim, okay? So if I was choosing this one, I'm not saying that's the answer. In fact, I didn't really read the quotes just now. I'm just showing you an example. So if I were to choose this one, I would go over here and I would highlight it, just like so, okay? So that's how you would do that. And then down below, right in here, that's where I'm going to write my explanation of why I chose that quote. And you would get 2 points for that. Now over here, you're being asked to make your own claim and find your own evidence. So just like over here, when you were kind of getting training wheels on how to do it, to kind of remember how to do it, over here, you're all by yourself. So if you guys feel like you're not getting it, look back over here, look at what that statement was, and look at the support again, okay? It's kind of a little extra support for you guys. So you're going to make your own claim, your own opinion, on the information in chapter 4, so now we're in chapter 4, and then you're going to include an evidence sentence to support that claim, and you're going to do all of that right here, and it's worth 1 point. We're almost to the end, you guys. Hang with me. Alright, so now this is another kind of brain break. In chapter 4, they talk a lot about the Olympics in 1936, and some really cool things happened at those Olympics, so this was another person that was there, so I recommend checking out these videos because it's pretty cool. Alright, so now here's another question. So it's asking, if you were to create a narrative story about Louis' life thus far, what would have been the moment that you would have chosen to write about and why? So remember, this is a biography, so it's somebody else's life being written about by somebody else. So what's a moment that you guys would have chose for him Okay, so you're going to write about that here. Also, keep in mind we are moving towards doing narrative writings. So this is kind of like a little moment to kind of help you start brainstorming and thinking about that process of narrative writing. Okay? Now we're going to come over here and have your first narrative journal. So like I said, we're moving towards narrative writing. So this is your chance to kind of be a little bit reflective here. So it says, what is a moment in the past 5 weeks that is worth retelling to people 10 years from now? Describe that moment in detail using all 5 senses. Sorry, not sentences. All 5 senses. Okay, so really think about it and put in as much detail as you can. There has been some crazy stuff that has happened to you guys and around you guys and near you guys in the last 5 weeks. So just kind of take a moment and reflect on that and just write as much as you can, okay? This is your chance, you guys. Write all of it. Write just anything you can write, okay? Just think of that one moment and channel it into this space, okay? And it's worth 5 points, so really put some effort into it. This slide is just like a little visual. If you are like me and you notice that there was a lot that happened in chapter 5, a lot of major moments, this is your timeline. This is like how everything really fit together. It has both Zamborini and it has what was happening historically. Okay? With this slide, we're looking at different perspectives. So you have the perspective from the book, which is in pages 58 through 59. And then this was the actual newsreel that went along with it, with Franklin Roosevelt declaring war. So what you're being asked to do is listen for diction in the video and just write down any powerful diction, any powerful words that you heard here. This is like that place. And then over here, you're asked to write your explanation. So the questions that they're asking you is, how does the diction make you feel about this event? And what is the mood of this video? So you're explaining and you're writing all of that here. They're asking you to do at least 3 sentences. So that is the requirement and the expectation. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this in another video. So if you're somebody that's already finished everything, go to the next video that talks about part 1 slides project. Okay? All right, you guys, good luck. Have fun with this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.